All right, everyone. This is a bit different than usual today. Like I said in some of my other ones and videos and stuff, I'm just doing what I feel like I should. Dreams, if I feel like can, if I should, or just that feeling, uh, I go for it. I let people know. I make a video on it, just randomly, stuff like that. And this is a bit weird because this is not a dream. It was just what I saw while walking around. I went to my shelf and there's the book. Out of all the books, there's only like very few that I have, and randomly I have one that has 144, 144, uh, in front of it. It's not palms. It's something else with a P. I don't really remember it right now, but what I saw at the time was Palms 144. And I was like, that's weird. That's not what that says. And I looked up to the other book and looked back down, and of course, it's not the same thing. But that got me interested in what is Palms 144. Is there a Palms 144? Because I didn't know if there was or not. And yeah, apparently there is a Palms 144, and I thought maybe I was unsure if it was Palms 144, which if I search that up, apparently it's only Palms 44. There's no such thing as 144. I'm not really, like I said, I don't really look into the Bible as much. I know it's not there, and there's people who love it and they know everything about it. But when I just feel like I should look something up, that's what I do. That's just how I operate, I guess you could say. But looking into it, I looked at 44 and 144 to see what they kind of are. In my opinion, they have a similar vibe to them. They're saying the same thing. So I was unsure if I should say both of them or not, but they're very long each. I guess it doesn't really matter. This video is going to be the video anyway, right? So I'm just going to start at 44. Maybe it's nothing. Maybe it's just not even related to it, but I just feel like it kind of is because of the tone, at least in my opinion of it. And with with Psalms 44, it says, "We have heard with our ears, O God, our Father, have told us what work thou didst in their days in the times of old, how thou didst drive out the heathen with thine hand, and plantest them, how thou didst afflict the people and cast them out, for they got not the land in possession by their own sword, neither did their own arm save them, but thy right hand and thine arm, and the light of thy covenant con- countenance, because thou hast a favor upon them." Um, Maybe I should just skim over it, but pretty much I'll read a couple of these out of it. It says, "For I will not trust in my bow, neither my sword save me." Pretty much, it's going over to summarize all of this. It's like God is the one that they trust in, not their weapons, not their you know, possessions, nothing like that. They boast all day long and praise thy name forever. God's name, and but thou hast cast off and put us to shame, and goest not forth with our armies. So he's not going with them when their armies are going. He's not saving them anymore and stuff like that, and stuff like that, pretty much. And he scattered them like sheep, it says, and uh, turned his back on them and stuff like that. It's pretty much what I'm getting out of it. And where does it? It says, "Our heart is not turned back, neither have our steps declined from thy way." So it's like, even though you've done all this, we haven't turned our back on you, and it hasn't, decreased in our faith in you, stuff like that. And what is it? "If we have forgotten the name of our God, or stretcheth out the hands to our gods, shall not God search this out? For he knoweth the secrets of the heart." So it's right there. It's saying, in my opinion, it's saying, even you would know if it's true or not that we have forsaken you, pretty much. It like that we have forgotten you. You would know this, and what God is doing in our heart. Um, but here's something that at the end is what kind of got me. I'm thinking a little more that this is similar to the 144, which is awaken. Why thou sleepest thou? No, what, awaken. Why sleepest thou, O Lord? Arise, cast us not off forever. Wherefore hidest thou my face, that thou face? I don't know why I said my face. Thou face, and forgettest our affliction and our oppression. For our soul is bowed down to the dust, our belly cleaveth upon the earth. Arise for our help and redeem us from thy mercy's sake. And it's pretty much saying, where are you? Um, please help us. Just for mercy's sake, just finally help us. And that was 44, kind of. Just give me 30. You can go in there and read the whole thing personally. Um, but the big one is also 144, which is, it says, "Blessed be the Lord my strength, which teaches my hands to war and my fingers to fight. My goodness and my fortress, my high tower and my deliverer, my shield and he in whom I trust, who subdueth my people under me. Lord, what is man, that thou takest knowledge of him, or the Son of Man, that thou makest him account of him? Man is like to vanity, his days are as a shadow that passeth away. Bow thy heavens, O Lord, and come down, touch the mountains, and they shall smoke. Cast forth lightning and scatter them. Shoot out thine arrows and destroy them. Send thine hand from above. Rid me and deliver me out of the great waters, from the hands of strange children, whose mouth speaketh vanity, and their right hand is a right hand of falsehood. I will sing a new song upon thee, O God, upon a psaltery, and an instrument of 10 strings will I sing praises unto thee. Again, it's praising God and telling him to come down and, do all this stuff to help, you know, help them. In my personal opinion, that's what it's saying. And it's the hands of strange right there, right? And the right hands of falsehood, just telling them, get us out of this, all this mess that's kind of going on. In my opinion, it's kind of like right now, right? But it continues on. What is it? It is he that giveth salvation unto kings, who delivers David his servant from the hurtful sword. Rid me, deliver me from the hand of strange children, whose mouth speaketh vanity, and their right hand is a right hand of falsehood. Again, you know, mm, you know, help us out right there from all this badness, that our son may be as plants grown up into their youth, that our daughters may be as cornerstones polished after the similitude of a palace. And thou that our gardeners may be full, which is like I'm guessing from what I seen earlier in a different one, what's like a grain storage or something like that, storage place, right? May be full, affording all manners of store. See, to store it, that our sheep may bring forth thousands and tens of thousands in our streets, that our oxen may be strong to labor, that there be no breaking in nor goring out, that there be no complaining in our streets. Happy is that people that is such a case. Ye happy is that people whose God is the Lord. And right there it's just saying bring peace, you know, and the peace, the people that are happy are the ones who are, whose God is the Lord, which is, God, pretty much. Looking at all this, that's why I'm saying it's kind of similar, because while the first one seems like they're angry, right? It was asking God for help, and in this one, it was saying, you know, help us out right here. During this time that's all this is happening, I guess, in my personal opinion, and give us salvation, bring peace on earth. Which is kind of strange, right? to kind of be similar but not similar, in my personal opinion. But what I seen in there is apparently Palms, if I'm right, let me look at this real quick. Says Palms 144 is a Heim Palms. Um, I'm not sure exactly what that is, but it from what I looked up, it said it was singing of praise to God, if I'm right. Um, and then it says right here, Psalms 144, the argument, which is again different than that. But apparently, though, this particular Palms is one of the 144 Palms is a royal Palms, which I've never heard of that. Right? It's one of the 10 apparently that are one of the most common 10s at least of the 10 royal palms, which is like speaking of royalty, which is like Jesus or something. Let me see. Specific, specifically, the royal palms deal with the spiritual role of kings in the worship of Yeshua, which is, from what I know, it's Jesus. So it's yeah, apparently it's just that, and that's why it holds a bit of significance. There's apparently other ones as well, other than just these 10, but they're like specifically God as king instead. So it's a bit different, but apparently, I guess it's special. So 144 is a special one. Didn't know that, and that's apparently like asking God for help, which is also interesting. Uh, so yeah, I don't know. It was just strange that that's what I saw. That's what I kind of randomly mistook as I read it. And it's Psalms 144 on that book, which is kind of, like I said, strange because that's not what it says. But that's kind of what I saw. That's why it's a bit strange, But yeah, that's about it. I think. I don't think there's anything else in particular. If I'm looking at this, it was just yeah, that's strange, right? It's just asking God for help, I guess. But like also like complaining to him, I guess. But in a weird way, it's like they want him to come down specifically finally. Don't wait. They're asking like in a tone like come down, God. We need you right now. Come bring destruction on these people and save us specifically, and you know keep every us and the children, his children, pretty much away from the 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 falsehood, the right hand that is the right hand of falsehood, and stuff like that. That the strange, the hand of strange or whatever, the weird stuff, and it's just asking for salvation, pretty much for help, and to that they haven't, even though they're asking for this, even after all this time, they believe that he's still the one they trust in, who can do this, the only one that they have in their heart, you know. And yeah, it it kind of, to me, it seemed like they were frustrated, at least in the 44 one, right? Palms 44, it seemed like they were frustrated, but in the 144, it was like a lighter tone, and they're like, this is what we would like you to do, and we still respect you, we still, this and that, and yeah, it was just more toned down though. But it was like the people who are happiest, or and who have peace on earth, will be the ones, I guess, that still trust God, right? That's kind of what I kind of understood, at least. But yeah, it was just a strange thing. I don't know if it's worth anything to anybody hearing this or not, but that's pretty much it, It's just what I happen to see and research, because when I do all this random stuff, and when I want to know something about a dream or something, it kind of falls in place step by step what this means, that means, or that, and that kind of is what have happened for this particular thing. And so I was like, oh, that's interesting. This is playing out when I learn random little things that are very interesting. The same way the dreams would play out, and how I would learn it, right? So that's why I decided to do it, and I had that feeling, and like, why aren't you doing this? Just do it, Just do it. It's nothing's gonna hurt. Just doing it, right? So yeah, that's it pretty much. Psalms 144. I don't know if it's Psalms 144. I don't know. The weird way to me, it's from what I know, it's palms. That's how I know it. Palm. You know, palm like a palm. So that's how I'll pronounce this. Hopefully, I'm pronouncing it right or not. Who knows? But yeah, thank you guys for stopping by in this video if you do. And that's it. Until next time, I guess.